Hello and welcome everybody to an idea that I mentioned in my week 10 video for Patriots franchise. I'm in college football 25 in Dynasty mode. I loaded up my settings, want to be on Heisman default conferences. I'm going to start a new one. I'm not going to be continuing my one with Illinois. Obviously, it's been months. And I'm not going to pick a 5 or 4-star school either. As tempting as it would be, I have spent a little bit of time looking around the schools and determining what I'd want to be. And I think one of the things that's made me not enjoy Madden so much is that a lot of the teams in Madden are just so evenly rated. Where I feel like there are a lot of teams that are like average in this like in the low 80s to mid 80s range, but then there are a few in the 70s like Nevada or I just saw them. Wyoming, Army, Memphis. No, Memphis is actually not too bad. There are some bad teams. And there are the 1-star teams. There are Air Force. I don't know if Navy's in here. Yeah, Navy's right here. They're not too good. I got Jackson State. There are a couple teams in here that I considered playing. But there's one in particular that I kind of was like, let's try this. It's Hawaii. We're going to be the head coach. The Hawaii, I don't even remember what they're called. Let me check. Jesus. The Hawaii Rainbow Warriors. I going to be my own head coach for this. That is going to be my plan. And we are going to want to be a recruiting head coach. We're in Hawaii. We're going to need to be doing a lot. We're going to need to be putting in a lot of effort. And I honestly haven't put too much thought into this. When I think of Hawaii, I think of Samoans. I think of The Rock. So Dwayne's going to be our head coach, our alma mater. You know what? We're going to be from Hawaii. If I can find it. There are going to be so many different things in here. All right, we got Hawaii right there, pipeline. Where do we want to be recruiting from primarily? I think I want to recruit from South Florida, get some people who live near the water, who live near the Atlantic to come over to the Pacific. Don't have any other real thoughts on this. Let me create my coach. All right, so this is what the Rock's gonna look like. No, it's not realistic, but you know, who cares? My franchise. I want to have fun. Beautiful. We have signed a 3-year contract with Hawaii. Looking at what the history of this franchise is, there's a couple winning seasons in here. And we're on an upswing. 2022, we're up by 2 wins. So I think our goal is going to be 7 wins for 2024. All right, well, I changed his name to Dwayne Wade. Don't know why. But like I said, 7 wins is our goal. All right, well, we don't really get a whole lot to do. Get a whole lot to do at the start. But we do get the prospect list. And we get a massive recommended list. I'm going to go ahead and go through this real quick, and I'll see you once I'm done. Alright, based on our initial needs, I went ahead and created a general board. I've got a few QBs on the list. There is one 4-star QB that just happens to be I don't know. I just have hope. Just went ahead and filled out based off our team needs. We need a lot of offensive linemen. So I looked at a couple 4-stars that potentially could end up being here, but a majority of what we're looking at is a bunch of 3-stars. To keep it simple, players that I'm not going to get I'm not too worried about sweeping up a lot of the hometown Hawaii kids yet. We can take care of them a little bit later. We have some stuff to look at. We need a bunch of offensive linemen, so we're gonna go ahead and purchase this first one for offensive linemen. All right, we had 2 players reach the top 5, I think. We're gonna go ahead and look at recruiting real quick. And let's just see if there are any people that we have lost. All right, this guy has locked us out. We'll go ahead and remove him. We've been locked out of this defensive tackle. And this right outside linebacker. All right, so I didn't get too far into scouting. Just because, I mean, got to spend the hours. Simple as that. Looking at the quarterbacks, I've got all of these guys 100% scouted. And if I'm being interested, being honest, I'm interested in the top 3 guys. These top 3. This guy being a gem is going to be somebody I put a high priority on trying to get. But then other than that, I put a little bit of looks into the offensive line. I want to make some effort on getting this 4-star. But in terms of the other guys, I'm going to get rid of this guy. He is not as good as we think he is going to be. And you know what? I just want to offer some scholarships before some of these guys lock in a top 5. Gonna exit recruiting because I don't have any hours. I want to work on the guys that we have right now. Then proceed. What's nice about this, I was able to scout players that I want. That's beautiful. Want to know what I can't do in Madden? I don't know anything about the players. I end up drafting athletes. I go, what if you have elite speed or a A in a stat? You're on my team. I have no attachment to the players. I'm not doing anything. It's a passive process. This, I'm hands-on. I honestly don't really know what else I should be doing. I guess I can look at the schedule. We have FCS East, bye week, and then multiple bye weeks. I don't know if I was supposed to do anything. I have no idea. Can't do anything with our, what's it called right now, but let's go ahead and look at the depth chart. We've got multiple QBs on this depth chart. We got a freshman quarterback with 87 speed, but only 85 throw power. That kind of sucks. This senior quarterback might be pretty fun to use. Braden Schrager. Running back room, Cam Barfield might be the one that I enjoy. 91 speed. Receiving back is our number 1. We might see how we play out this this depth chart. Wide receiver room, pretty deep if you ask me. Or well, I'm confused. This sophomore could be interesting once it's time for him to play. Tight end room, not too exciting, to say the least. Offensive line, it's all right. Could definitely be better. Defense, I don't know too much about this team. I want to set up my subs, if anything. This 5'7" wide receiver is going to be our kick returner. I'm okay with that. Third down running back. I want that to be Mr. Barfield. And then I definitely want Vaughn as our running back. I'm okay with using a multitude of running backs in this system. This wide receiver, definitely want to see him get some playing time. In terms of edge rushers, I mean, I want to see I just want to see everybody play. Anybody who's good enough to play, I want to see play. So that's how I'm going to look at this. I don't see why that guy wouldn't be starting on defense. Yeah, we definitely need to get a little bit better. Strong safety. I'm typically a subscriber to the idea of just playing whatever linebackers are fastest, which just happens to be what we have in there. Cornerback. Throw the sophomore with 90 speed in there. Yeah, we'll go and see. I mean, honestly, I have no idea. I don't think that's a bad idea for right now. I'm not going to mess around in free practice. I have played a game with this team before, but hopefully this will be an easy win. We're going up against a team with a way lower overall than us, and we need to start recruiting. I want us to get to the point where probably become a dynasty. I'm not saying Nick Saban levels, but if we can get to the point where we can win 3 or 4 national championships, it's going to be a pretty good deal. All right. I guess I get to come back on screen now. I mean, I might have been there the whole time. I have no idea. I'm excited to play this. I've loved college football 25 so far. And man, if I was more prepared for that, we could have had a nice kickoff return there. To prove to you my level of research in this, I don't know what conference Hawaii's in. I just know they are who I wanted to be. And we're going to make our first play of the season. We're going to make it a screen. One thing I got to get used to is the camera angle in this game. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but we're going to get another gain of 4 with our running back, Sims. And I'm hoping that my unfamiliarity with this team kind of helps build it up for me a little bit more. As our running back gets a nice lane outside up to the 40-yard line. Landon Sims is starting out the day strong. But now it's time for us to take a pass with Mr. Braden Schrager. And we're going to get this out to our number 1 wide receiver, I believe. Number 7, something Stone. We're having a nice, strong opening drive, and I just throw the worst interception I can throw. Linebacker sits in zone and gets a free interception. That's a tough way to start out the opening drive, especially when we had been so dominant to open up. They're going to do a fullback handoff for 3 yards to open up the drive. Yeah, so I don't know what conference we're in. I don't know. I know we're not Pac-12. I don't even think we're Power 5, if I'm being honest. But who knows? I don't know. I just want to I would just like to get to the point where maybe we can get to a point where we can transfer into a Power 5 conference. Who knows? I honestly don't. I'm just here to have a fun time. And they are committing to the run heavily here early in this drive. Green 25. I'm excited to get to learn the players. That is probably the one thing I'm most excited for, is like learning who my difference-making players are. Like, for example, there was like Patterson or something, Tyler Patterson on Illinois for me. That was playing very well in that franchise, or in that dynasty. This team is just pounding the rock, and we're not really doing too much about it. Our defensive line is definitely a weak point based off the overview that I saw. And it's not even like a deep fullback set. They're just... They just run a weird offense. It's just the running back's only like... only seems like 2 yards behind him. Yeah, he's 4 yards back. I don't know how far back a running back normally is, but I just feel like he's pretty far back. I'm going to send a blitz here on 2nd and 10. Try to create a difficult situation as we crash the outside and unable to stop it, but we're going to prevent the first down as they got a 3rd and 2. I want to send another blitz here. We got short yardage situations, a wing T. They look like they're going to run, and we are going to stop them behind the line, or the first line to gain, whatever it is, and we're going to force them to a field goal. They're going to miss the opening drive field goal. We get bailed out big time after an opening drive interception. We get the ball back, and we're going to get this ball out to the outside with Landon Sims. Keep wanting to say Cameron Sims. We're going to get this to the outside with Barfield, and we're going to get a big run. That's a massive play from Cam Barfield. Gonna get this to number 23. Don't know who it is, but we get our first touchdown of Hawaii Dynasty. Let's go. Back to this kicking meter. I haven't seen this one. Wow. I've been playing Madden. I already forgot what this one looked like. It's the end of the first quarter, essentially, and it's 7-0. And this team is a run-heavy team. That's what I'm gathering. It'd be nice if we can finish out the first half with a pretty good day for our defense. I mean, we're just chipping away yards. And I mean, if they're just going to keep getting 5 yards every time, I mean, it's going to be interesting. Yeah, let's go Warriors, guys. And I was able to meet that running back right in the hole. A good job for a potential 4-down territory here. We got 3rd and 3. And we are going to get a stop. A tackle for loss. Deion Washington. And they're going to have to punt. Number 23 is quick. He's going to be one that I like. I can already tell. Nishigaya? Going to try and get this out to the tight end. Able to bring it in. Going to hand it off to Mr. Sims on 2nd and 7. Only able to get 2. And I don't know why I decided to scramble there. But you know what? I want to make a statement against FCS East. I'm going to go for it. I'm like an Ashlock on the outside, maybe. Not able to get it to either of them. Shouldn't have gone for it on 4th down. Giving FCS East the ball back in great territory. I need to be able to test out this team. I don't know what its potential is, if I'm being completely honest. As they're going to pass. And number 17 wide open. Able to get it up to the 6-yard line. That's not good for us whatsoever. And handoff to the running back. Gets him a gain of 3. Need to be aware of what's going on down here, because they've got running back handoffs, and they're going to get a touchdown of their own to Cooper York. This is a game we can definitely win. I mean, I just need to not play stupid. Got Barfield in at running back. Going to go ahead and hand him the ball off on 1st down. We're going to get a gain of 4. Got Sims in on this down. And Sims has got wide open field in front of him into enemy territory to the 20, 10, Down at the 7-yard line. Massive run for Landon Sims. We're going to take off a Schrader. Touchdown, Hawaii. Shager. Not Schrader. Shager. I'm going to have to get used to some of this. Oh, that's... They run such interesting plays. Broken play. He's running right up the middle. And we might start looking like we have ourselves a shootout. Massive run for Jarvis May. I'm not going to lie. All the sweeps and everything, they remind me of a team I played against in high school. And just everything they're running is just so... It's so easy to get lost. Number 23. I'm having a feeling that I'm really going to like number 23, but number 23 might be one of those guys that gets really hindered by wear and tear. And I'm hoping we can get this ball off before the 2-minute warning. We're able to. I'm going to try to get this out to number 7. We do, and he's got open field in front of him. 10-5 touchdown, Rainbow Warriors. So, realistic expectations for Season 1. I want to make a bowl game. I'm not expecting to make the playoffs, as I honestly thought that was a pick. I'm not expecting to make the playoffs. I thought he was going to go to the next level with that ball. I can't lie. Yeah, a bowl game would be nice. Not expecting the playoffs. I think playoffs would be cool. I'm expecting them to shoot it up this gap. And we are not able to stop them and keep them and get them to 4th down. They now have an opportunity to potentially stretch the field a little bit here with a new 1st down, but clock is ticking down. It could be considered a pass interference on me, but we get a sack. Good job, defensive line. We got 2nd and long. Clock should still be running. Unless if they called the timeout and I wasn't paying attention. Jet sweep into play action. You got wide receivers downfield, and number 22 makes a man miss and gets it up to the 44-yard line. Just short of midfield. You might be looking at a field goal here with how they have been handling the drive. And this quarterback eats another sack. Injury to Brock Ladler. I don't know who Brock Ladler is, if I'm being honest. Could be their quarterback. Didn't check the roster at all, if I'm being honest. Kind of forgot that it was probably something I should do. Number 23 is a beast. We are getting out to the outside. And we get up to almost the 35-yard line. We are in scoring position. One big play, and we are definitely in field goal range. And I'm tempted to hand it off to Landon Sims. I mean, he's been a beast for us so far in this first game. 6 rushes, 115 yards. You're just going to keep handing it off to that guy. We get it out to number 2. I don't know who that was, but that was a great catch. T. Hines, sophomore out of Texas. Able to get that out to Landon Hines, but clock is still winding down. A little bit of a concern, but we're hopefully going to be able to get something here before the end of this game. Going to get this out to number 7, and we get another touchdown. Our team is putting it up against FCS East. They're going to probably just run this clock out. It's 28-14 half. That's a good deal for us. We throw a terrible interception on our opening drive and have scored on every drive since then. And the FCS East whatevers are going to get the ball coming out of halftime, open up their drive with a 6-yard run. You're going to see another run here. Gain of 4 down at the inches line. Want to send a blitz here on 3rd and inches. As we're going to stop the running back behind the line, 4th and 2. Our defense is coming to play. Number 23 with the ball. He's super fast. He's going to juke back inside. Number 23. I am so excited to use you. Bad throw, or a good throw, just bad decision by me. Got Barfield back on the field. Let's go ahead and see what you can do. I think the players in this game just move so much better. Cam Barfield, I'm not going to complain about his production so far. Going to give him another run play here. Not able to get anywhere. 4th and 4. Let's see what my favorite plays were from the other league. So Sims is my power back. I'm going to try running this to the left. Short side of the field, less people over there. And we're going to bounce off, get the first down. That is exactly what I want to see from us. Apparently I like this play. I don't remember liking this play. Don't love our quarterback getting murdered there. Keeping an open eye out on the field. Number 7 open. And we're going to get up inside the 10. Imagine if I would have gotten that spin inside. Cam Sims, 5-yard rush. Or 5-yard catch. Now I hold A to keep it, right? I do. I shouldn't have kept it. LOL. Got 3rd and goal from the 7. Gonna get this out to number 5. Touchdown number 5. Hoffel Ashlock. It's gonna be hard to choose a player of the game. We have absolutely dominated FCS East. There's nothing short about it. We are playing on Heisman. If you want, I can, just for the one person potentially watching this that going to say I'm not playing on Heisman. There you go. All right, one more stop for us, and I might even start throwing some backups in. I mean, who knows? We're up by 21, late in the 3rd. Definitely am not opposed to that idea. I do foresee us potentially having some issues if we have to play against a school that can actually pass. Because while we have done pretty okay against the run, we have done pretty not good against the pass. So that is definitely a concern of mine. And it is appearing that the run game has been getting better the further into the game we get. Which obviously that's not something we want to see. Our defensive line is definitely going to be getting worn down. Dorian O'Neal. Going to send a blitz on the left side. Going to try crashing down, but I'm also going to send my linebacker into the other A gap. We're able to stop the run play. They're still in this wing T formation. I'm not a fan. And he's going to get the first down, but they're not getting that many yards on us, so that's good. They just keep grinding, like 2 to 4 yards every play. I mean, you gotta just respect it, if I'm being honest. This is exactly what a high school did. They'd run a play, get 3 yards every single time they'd run that play. And as soon as you finally, like, somewhat stopped it, they'd run. Oh, my God. This is probably getting called back. But, I mean, we're going to try and run it back. That play stands. Oh, my God. We returned a fumble back for a touchdown. But back to what I was saying, the high school would just run the same play, get 3 to 4 yards every single play, and just run the ball down your throat. And then eventually they would run the play action once you were like, they'd run the same play like 10 to 15 times in a row. The next thing you know, they run it, but then it looks like a play action, and they're able to get a massive amount of chunk yardage. So I mean, it was just a good strategy. I mean, just hammer the ball, and there you go. Got a speed option looking play. Quarterback gets killed. It gets the ball out late to Dorian O'Neal, and we're in the 4th. That was a big 3rd down. We definitely could have stopped them there, but not in a great position. I'm not looking forward to playing against a school that's good. Like, we'll get stomped, I feel. We also haven't had to play too much in coverage. Our defensive line has played pretty damn well. I can't lie. I don't know who our player of the game is going to be just yet. If you're unfamiliar to my channel, I make on my Madden videos, the player who has the best game, I go ahead and make a video or a short on just the highlights of the game. And I don't yet know who the highlight of the game is going to be. That was a really smart play to swat. I say that's smart because now we have the ball at the 31. Great play. Landon Sims is making a strong case. Eight rushes, 144 yards. But our quarterback has thrown 6 passing touchdowns, if I'm correct. So it is pretty tempting to have him be our player of the game. We still have 3 minutes and 47 seconds left. It might be a good idea to go ahead and maybe shorten the quarters down to 4 minutes. I was going to make them 6, but this game is just simply taking forever. But it's also a pretty high-scoring game. That's a free interception. Number 34, good job setting the edge there. I would just like to point out a lot of their players do look very similar. In terms of what I've seen from the pictures. And we're able to get 10 yards back. Landon Sims still having a phenomenal day. I'm seeing technically 8 players in the box. And we are just having our way against these corners. 7 passing touchdowns. Kind of hard to compete against that. All right, next drive. I'm personally hoping to keep this clock moving. But FCS East might try and go down and score. Clock is running. And we're going to get a big sack here. 4th sack of the day. And they're going to take this to the 2-minute warning. Going to get a big first down coming out of the 2-minute warning, but clock is moving. I'd love to hold them to 14 points. I think that would be a big statement from our team to open up this new dynasty. And keeping Cooper York in bounds would be a better way to cement the idea, but I guess not. Now doing that is what I like to see. I forgot that the backup quarterback came in. This isn't the starter anymore, I don't think. Man, a little bit more in bounds and maybe my guy snipes that. That is a great job. Ezra Eviamalo injured on the play. I think that's a defensive lineman. They're going to miss another field goal. All right, I'm going to just run this clock out. I'll see you at the stats. And I'm pretty sure quarterback's going to be our player of the game. Alrighty, 56-14 victory for us. Looking at our stats, a pretty good day for Mr. Braden Schrager. 14 for 18, 283 yards, 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. He also had a rushing touchdown. Big day from our running backs. Honestly, big day just from our offense in general. 3 touchdowns for Poffley Ashlock. Stephen McBride was phenomenal, and so was Kwali Nishigaya. Well, I need to try and get the ball in his hands a little bit more, but I'm pretty excited to see what a lot of these guys can do moving forward. Offensive line played pretty well. Cannot complain about them whatsoever. Defensively, a lot of tackles, especially from our linebacker and strong safety. Good amount of tackles for loss, a lot of sacks, 1 interception on the day, and I know somebody had a forced fumble too. I mean, pretty good day all around. Big day for us. Simple as that. Big day, good day. Got 20 coach points. Let's go ahead and spend those real quick before... Alright, let's definitely spend some on these, and then let's do some of the QBs as well. Still got 5 points available. We'll go ahead and wait. Let's go to the next week. We've had a couple kids reach their top 8 schools. Hope I can go back to that screen. Alright. Got some kids that reached their schools. I don't know. I'm gonna guess. Okay, the locks mean we're locked out. So we have been locked out of this top QB. Unfortunate. And we've been locked out of that offensive lineman too. That's a bummer. Defensive player of the week, Elijah Robinson. 1 sack, 3 tackles for loss. What a beast. Nothing for a quarterback? National defensive player of the week. Nothing for a quarterback? 6 touchdowns? There we go. Midwest Conference, maybe? Mountain West. That's awesome. 6 touchdowns, 1 interception. What a great job. National Offensive Player of the Week. Way to go. We got UCLA next week. Yeah, I mean, hope you enjoyed the first episode. I'll see you next one. Take it easy. Peace.